Hi, welcome to a new video of mine. In this video I would like to talk about what's happening in the world on an energetic level, what we are experiencing personally, and how we are connected to the earth itself. The reason I'm making this video today is because last night there was an acceptable earthquake here in Romania, and I got some insights that I would like to share with you. How it's connected, how all of it is connected. So the magnitude was going like this for about 20 seconds. I woke up just before it started, and after that I slept very badly. I slept badly because I was all agitated on the inside. And later on I realized that already before the earthquake, my dreams were also like going forth and back. And the agitation is connected to what's happening in the earth. Everything is moving, everything is changing. We're seeing that in our daily life. We see a lot of polarities that are getting more extreme. We see systems that are failing, that are collapsing, things that have been working for decades, maybe even centuries, are not working anymore or are working less, and you can see that they're in a decay and things are going down, and at one point they will really stop working. The same thing is happening for relationships we have been having for very long that don't work anymore, because things are changing, we are changing, the world around us is changing. And yeah, if you're a little bit aware of science, then you know that the earth is moving around the sun, and the sun is moving around in the Milky Way, and the Milky Way is also moving around in space in general. And in 2012 we crossed a barrier in space, after which the energetic frequency of space itself rose. It's much higher, and 2012 was like crossing the line. But it's something that started already before, because you start to get close to a zone, and then at a certain moment we say, okay, now we are in the zone. We reached a point where, but it's going up slowly. And that's why that around 2012, and already 5 years before that, 6 years before that, and until now, which is like 6 years later, a lot of people have started to experience life differently, have become more sensitive or less tolerant to certain things. And yeah, our lives are changing. Our lives are changing in a way that for those of us who had addictions or still have them, became aware of the fact that actually they had an addiction, because most addicts don't even realize or admit that they have an addiction. Some of us managed to get totally rid of it. Some of us managed to get partially rid of it, to dissolve it, and basically by finding the source, the reason how we got addicted. Others started to change things in their daily life, like changing jobs, changing the type of occupation completely, because what they used to do for so long didn't feel right anymore. You see the changes in politics. You see how things that have been going on forever are becoming less acceptable, becoming more visible. I mean, we all know that in politics there was a lot of dirty games, there was a lot of corruption, a lot of lying, and this is coming more to light today, thanks to the internet. But the internet has already been there for a while. But nowadays it's really becoming very clear. And it's becoming clear because it has to change. And we see it within companies, that the policies have to change because people don't accept things anymore. Things don't work anymore, simply. I mean, many companies have been screaming for decades, let's hire very young people because we can mold them and make them exactly like we want them to be, basically making them like robots, like slaves, to do exactly what they want without thinking too much and just obeying. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. But people are not accepting this anymore. So now companies have huge problems in finding the right personnel, the potential slaves, because they cannot find them anymore. So now they need to adapt to start treating people differently and changing their conditions and much more. So wherever you look, things are changing. And the changes are also feelable in the earth. Certain areas of the planet, there are a lot of earthquakes. I happen to live now in an area where I'm very close to a big crack between the tectonic plates, and yeah, that means in the past 2 years I've experienced already a few earthquakes that were really feelable. There were many small ones I didn't feel, and of course if you're driving a car you will not experience it unless it's above 6. But a little bit more to the south, to the southwest of Greece, it's earthquakes almost every few hours. And let me get rid of this spider. Go. Yes, you'll be more comfortable in the grass than on my skin. So this is part of the ecosystem we live in. This is part of the energy on Earth changing. And people can say whatever they want, but things are changing. Global warming is happening. It's a cycle, it's a natural cycle. We accelerated it a bit with all our pollution. And those who say like, yeah, oh, you see, you said it's a cycle and so there's nothing we can do. Yeah, well, we can do a lot to at least keep our planet safe and clean. So it's bullshit to say like, yeah, we go from ice age to a very warm age and then back, forth and back, and the water is raising and then going down again. Yeah, that's true. But we are influencing it in a negative way. We are polluting the planet in an awful way. Killing, I don't know how many thousands of species we have been killing. And yes, naturally also species die, but we are killing them by overpopulation of certain areas, killing forests because we want some wood or we want to plant some other stuff, throwing all the plastic in the ocean and much more. So there is a lot we can do to actually live a better life and also create a better life for those who come after us. But at the same time, it's important that we take very good care of ourselves today by living healthy, by eating in a healthy way, by moving enough, by resting when we feel that we need the rest, less forcing ourselves, by being around people who actually bring us inner peace. And those are not the people who say yes and applaud us for everything we do. It's something you feel inside here. And that's very important. This also means that you may have to let go of certain people who are not evolving in the same way you are, because we are all evolving, but in different ways. This also means that it's important to ground regularly, to literally touch the earth, at least with your hands, but preferably with your bare feet. And I know if you're living in an area where it's simply too cold to do that, you can at least be outside in the forest and walk around and focus on grounding and touching a tree from time to time and just standing, and there's a high chance you'll feel actually something going through you, like you're releasing something or recharging. And a lot of us already have experienced that if we go to certain areas we feel very drained, we lose our energy, and other areas we get fully recharged and we go from being very tired to fully energized. So please be aware of these things and pay attention to these things and act upon them, the earth will keep shaking, the earth will keep cleaning, and we can be part of the clean earth, or we can be part of that part that the earth will be cleaning, meaning taking us out, because we do not belong here anymore. We do not belong in the clean earth, because the earth is really cleaning itself. Whatever pollution we put, the earth will clean itself, with us or without us. I mean, including us or leaving us in peace. So there's no doom scenario here. There's just being aware of your surroundings, taking good care of it, and taking good care of yourself. And you'll be fine. And if there's more you want to know, if you want to know more in depth, if you are curious to know more about these things and other things I'm sharing, then there's my channel on YouTube where you can find all my videos, and I have different playlists with different subjects, and the titles are always very clear, so you can find many things. Also, you can send me a question. You can contact me via my website and send me a question, and I may answer it in a video, make a video about it, if I feel like, yeah, this is really something that a lot of people need to know, and if it's a question that's more personal, I'll probably answer you personally. And of course, if you don't want people to know that you send me the question, you can tell me, but in general I will not name people unless you say, it's fine to name me. I'm proud that I'm having the courage to ask you this question publicly. Okay, then do so. So, take good care of yourself, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. And the sound you just heard, if the mobile recorded it, is another earthquake that happened within 350 kilometers from here, or 300 kilometers, I don't know. So, things are moving. And look at the sky, how beautiful it is. Very blue. Yeah, a few little clouds, but none of them are thick. And actually quite warm. I should have taken a lighter t-shirt to go out in the park. Take good care of yourself and see you in the next video. Lotfi out.